I will always stand tall for black people. I will always fight for black people. I will always defend black people. I will not allow anybody to silence my voice.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
From Washington, D.C., Roland Martin, good morning.
What up, Tom Sybil? Guy there?
What up, Rose? Yeah, I'm here,
Damn,
man.
well, I didn't hear from you. I'm kind of like, what's up? All right, because, it's rare you hear a guy say nothing.
Hey, man, I had to go potty, man.
Gotcha.
Thanks
Gotcha.
for sharing,
Cool.
man.
Thank you very much. TMI. All right, y'all. Shout out to the Capital Regional Minority Supply Development Council, Tom. Yesterday they had their golf tournament, so had a good time out there. Of course, golfing for a purpose. That's kind of important. And also the Society for Professional Education and Professional Development. They are a group focused on financial literacy and have been doing the work for 20 years. And so I had a good time giving their keynote last night. So shout out to all of the black folks. And Tom, I met the first brother who was the first certified financial planner in America. The dude was certified in 1978.
Wow, 40 years ago?
He was the first one. I was like, yo, seriously?
I was history fact.
It was stunned, yes. I'll track his name down for you. But 78, first one in history. And so shout out to them.
T-bills.
Yes, hey.
Remember those?
Let's talk about gun control, gun violence. So many people, of course, were shocked what happened at Parkland, but also what happened in Santa Fe and outside of Houston as well. The young folks have really been pressing this nation to do something. And one of the first students who actually spoke out, you've seen David Hogue and others who've been out there, but it was Tyra Hemans, a sister who was the first one to speak out. And then when they were protesting in D.C. and they were threatening with going to jail, she says, I am not moving. We've got to fight this thing. Well, she joins us right now on the Tom Joyner Morning Show. Tyra, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Hello. Thank you for having me.
You have not backed down. You have been willing to stand tall, and you make it perfectly clear that you and other students are not afraid to take on the NRA and those who are opposed to gun control.
100%, because last time we checked, this was supposed to be a united front, but the world has been divided because the NRA has been literally feeding these companies with blood money and telling them that what they're doing, as long as they support the NRA, we're going to keep on feeding you and keep on telling you that you're doing the right thing, which is false. We literally have been cracking down so many companies and finding out how many companies have been taking money from the NRA, which is very disappointing. Publix, Wells Fargo, multiple companies, and also the fact that they will always, the NRA has been very, very, they have been very influenced in the American society for over hundreds of years, since guns have been around, basically. We could all agree on that, can't we?
A lot of people obviously were stunned by what took place, but for you, having to be in the school that day, is it something that you that is still with you, that still goes through your mind every single day?
So, everyone has their own story. Mine was on February 14th. I was lucky enough because I went in the freshman building, and the only thing that saved me from being shot was the fact that the bathroom was locked, and I was given 30 seconds. And that's literally what I tell everyone. I walked in the bathroom was locked, and when I walked out, I heard the gunshots. And knowing that that is the reason why I'm alive, it scares me, because in the fact that we have school shootings, we practiced the school shooter drills, we did all those things, and the fact to find out that doing all those procedures didn't come with the outcome, it made me upset, because this is what the school is funding for school safety. That's what they said was the school safety procedures, but we needed more safety. We needed tighter security. We needed tighter gun laws. There's so much that it's a trickling effect, basically. You have to work from bottom to up. We have to start with local elections. We have to start with nationals, and then we go into registered voters. It's been a process that we've been doing, but we've been getting them, because what happened at my school, it happened at Santa Fe, Las Vegas, Pulse, Sandy Hook, Columbine. I can go on with all these mass shootings. It shouldn't be numb to the people that mass shootings are part of our everyday life.
Tyler, I like the fact that you guys are out there registering people to vote. I really like that. Because like you said, if we're going to change something, we have to elect people who have our best interests at heart and are not financing their campaign through the NRA. I like that.
And Tyra, you got me when the video of you going to those senators and saying, "Look me in the eye. Here I am. I am the face of Parkland. I am the face of your children." And I'm just wondering, what kind of what kind of response are you getting now that you have been out there for several months?
I've been pretty much getting the same responses because it was a topic of gun violence. And when I was talking to my senators and then they just told us thoughts and prayers, and I was like, no. So when I went to D.C. where I met Jolanda, she was at the National Dining to me, and that's when we spoke to our state and national leaders. And I was trying to talk to Marco Rubio, and he refused to speak to us. He had his coffee boy come talk to us, and I literally called him out, and I was like, how long have you been working for him? He said 6 months, and I was like, I need to speak to my state. I need to speak to one of my state leaders. I don't need to speak to you because you cannot help bring justice to my community.
You've also been focused on the mental health care. Talk about that.
So mental health. Like, this is a topic everyone knows it's a very big debacle in America, but what happens with Americans is you can't physically see it, they don't believe it's there. Mental health is one of the biggest leading problems in America. It's just that we don't take it as serious. We should be doing screenings. We should be doing tests and CAT scans because these gun owners, some of them do not, till this day, should not be holding guns, 100%, and that's just a fact. Because they walk in like it's a candy shop, pick whatever you want from your variety, and then you have your 3-day wait period and you check out. It should not be like that. Because to become a citizen in this country, it takes 6 months to a year. But to obtain a gun to kill someone, it literally takes 3 days.
Tyra, you're a graduating senior. You were. What are you doing?
I'm right now on the Road to Change tour bus, which March for Our Lives. So I'm on the Florida tour because I was on the national tour, but because of spacing issues, whatever, they said that it would be best for me to do the Florida tour, which I personally don't mind. But as long as the voice of gun violence and gun violence prevention gets spread, that's all that matters. And we're right now currently in Port Charlotte, Florida, because yesterday we were in Punta Gorda, and then the day before that we were in Naples. So everything that we're basically doing is every district that we stop at, we have a town hall, a group discussion, basically a voters registration table everywhere. Because we're registering everyone. We're getting everyone registered because it comes right to your door, and all you have to do is just go outside and check the ballots. Mm-hmm. And every time we speak to people, we have been getting good, but there is some protesters, but you can't let those people back you down. You have to let the positive push you forward.
4.5 million 17-year-olds will be eligible to vote by Election Day. That's one of the...
I know. I'm so excited. And we're trying to get all those registered. Like, this summer, I'm going to college fall, but I sacrificed my summer for the people because what happened at my school or in any other nation, like any other state, I do not wish upon my worst enemy because it is scary. And then born with 6 minutes, knowing that this is the time where you could lose your life or not. People don't take it serious. People don't take guns seriously anymore. It's lost its value of the fact that a gun actually kills people.
Tyra, where are you going to college?
I'm going to Pace University in New York City.
And are you going into public service when you graduate?
I'm going into business management, but I will be an active activist full time while in New York City. So
I hope you go into public service.
You already are in it. You're doing a great job. God bless you.
God bless you.
Tom will be your first donor.
I will.
Tyra, we appreciate it. Thank you so very much. You keep fighting, sister.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you. Tell everyone to vote. That is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And we're going to be voting for Tyra soon. I have a feeling.
I hope so.
Yes.